Alright guys, City of Ash 2 time. We're going to actually do this with one healer, one DPS, one tank, because one of our people is currently offline and we don't know if they're coming back or not. But we blew through City of Ash 1 fairly quickly, so hopefully with this setup, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the mechanics drawn out as well. First area here is just a reminder of what we did in City of Ash 1, and we're going to get into City of Ash 2, which is an entirely new dungeon with its own headaches as well. So let's get started, guys. First boss time. This one is a fun reminder of the last dungeon here. It's actually our first boss fought in the last area where we finished up the last one here. So we have an archer, a caster, and a tank. You actually want to focus on the two-hander first. He has some annoying abilities. Does this, he chains people in. He's also the one that summons Fire Daedra for your team to deal with. Yeah, see, if we had our other DPS here, you probably wouldn't see any of this. So that guy's dead, and these other guys are just chumps after that. They're gonna teleport around the room. He's throwing fire around. This one's trying to cast at you. And he goes down. You get a couple Daedra hearts out of it.
Help me! Circle around.
So this boss here, as you can see, splits off into several different. And she'll actually heal based on how much health is left in these. So, typically you want to have at least enough DPS to take them out. She'll also increase the number that she pulls in. And she does a nasty little AoE as well.
Kill them.
Otherwise, she doesn't move. She doesn't do much. She just summons more of these here to try healing herself up. And she fails miserably. Okay, guys, quick note before we enter the next boss here. Something important. This is a little mini-boss. This is what kills a lot of no-death runs. The Flame Colossus. When you come up to it, he has an ability that's basically a flare that he does that can hit anyone in the group. He just tosses out a ball of fire real quick. And it does a crap ton of damage. So when you first come up to this boss here, it can actually be good for the entire group and the tank to block when you first go in. Okay, this guy here is a pain. Fire maw time. Now, we're going to stack on this boss here. The important thing to remember here is he's going to spawn ads. And he's going to have several phases to him as well. If you have too many ads, then your group is doing too much damage to him. Too fast. He only spawns per the amount of health that he has. As you can see here, he does a pound phase here. Best to keep your feet moving if you don't have a healer that can heal through it, or you don't have enough health to keep yourself alive. We should have enough damage to get through these guys, though. There's some stamina. As you can see, he goes off pretty quick here. Again, those ads spawn per the amount of health that's going off on them. If you have issues, you keep on dying, slow down your DPS, focus the ads. If you have enough DPS, though, you can survive it, heal through it, this way stacking. Go ahead, stack them. You don't have to bother with them. But keep in mind, the tank is going to have to focus on this guy here, because the fire breath that he does is kind of nasty. You want to make sure he stays away from DPS with that.
What did you do?
Alright guys, second thing that I'm going to mention here before a boss is a shortcut you can do to this area. Normally you'd have to go all the way up to the left or to the right to get to this area here. We're actually going to go through here. Come up here. Yeah, if you're bad at jumping, sometimes you have to summon them out. There's another way down there as well that's easier to jump up through. Stealth through here, and you just have this enemy of mobs to go through. You skip over several mobs here. If you're trying to get experience, best to just fight through. But if you're in a hurry, and you're trying to do a speed run. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's the Ash Titan. Alright, Ash Titan time, guys. This is where you learn to play Frogger. You learn how to make friends with 2 air astronauts and hopefully keep your team alive. So I'm going to go ahead and make this hot. He's going to toss fire around the room here. He's going to toss us back. You have to dodge, keep out of the way. In this case, he's going to keep on doing fire. Do not stack. When he hits about 70-60% here, he's going to summon an air astronaut. The air astronauts cannot be damaged, except when they're not spinning. And as you can see here, they're going to be spinning on us here. If you don't have a good tank, or if it's just too much damage to handle both the Titan and the air astronaut, you can actually have people kite them around the room for you. Like this. Like I said, the Titan is going to go ahead and hit you wherever you go anyways. Kiting around like this saves you from health, especially when they're in that spin phase. Make sure to keep aggro if you can. Your DPS should be high for this. if you have issues or if your tank dies too much, actually going 3 DPS isn't too bad. You can actually keep them occupied, heals, etc. without too much issue. Because most of the stuff in here isn't hard hitting, it's just avoiding. Go ahead and get your stuff, and then move on to the next area. Okay, second shortcut, guys. If you're looking to get the achievement of talking to everyone, you actually have to go that way. And if you're looking for chests, it's also recommended you do that too.
You're here. Let's go. We have to destroy the sigil stone in order to close the Oblivion Gate for good.
Alright, guys. This boss is after we've already handled several waves here. Pretty simple. They're going to summon Storm Atronachs to try killing us. A lot of bashing. It gets a little harder with the more Storm Atronachs come in the area here, but you don't even have to really worry about the Storm Atronachs, just have to get them out of the way. The positioning is a little bit of a pain in the ass if you're just trying to get them moving here. There we go. Dead. Standard tanking spank here. Again, the Storm Atronachs are the only annoyance here. Making sure they get out of the way and your DPS can get to them is fairly good. If you have AoE DPS, that can help a bit as well. Okay, guys. The next Fulminator here. Same as the other side here. Basically, we had to get that all the way down here. More Storm Atronachs. This one is a caster, which makes things significantly easier as long as I keep some stuff on this guy. Keep damaging him here. I can keep the Storm Atronachs out of the way so our DPS can do their job. As you can see here, it's a lot easier to get him focused here when he keeps on going away so he can cast. There we have another one dead. Let's go on to the last boss. Scoria time. This guy is a pain in the butt. Well, he used to be. We're gonna go ahead and do DPS on this guy here. I'm taking him back over to this platform here. I want him to destroy this platform first, if anything. We're doing hard mode, so we only get about 2 of these here now. Blocking and dodge rolling is imperative on some of this. Don't do a good job at it, you're gonna be hurting.
Nowhere to run.
When you destroy something, you gotta get off. Avoid stepping onto the platform. It's actually better to stand in the lava.
Brimstone, you're a volume. You will burn.
Generally, you want to be doing about 80% of damage. I had no stamina there. I should have blocked. Fire is prevalent throughout this entire thing.
Find your surroundings.
It's going to move over to the next one here. It's going to be ending off on here. These Atros are inconsequential, really. But you don't want to get on your other party members here. Keep your stamina up so you can block when you need to and dodge roll when you need to. It's that easy. Now, a few notes as well. Like I mentioned here, you don't want to stay out this, because slag will come up and burst on top of you and your party members. But only if you stay in one area. If you have him down to, like, really close to kill, you can actually run across here and run across lava to keep yourself alive and keep dots on him to kill him. If your party members all die and they need a spot to stay, you can actually stay right here. This is the only part in the dungeon that will not light on fire for this fight. But you still have to watch out. If he tosses his fire right here, and you have very little health or very little spell resistance, moving around may actually be better off. And that's pretty much it, guys. The only difference between this and regular mode is you lose these 2 platforms. And in the end, you come up and you get your reward. Falcon Scoria's helmet. And a trophy.